Today is Giving Tuesday, and look, there's so many incredible organizations doing great work to make this world a kinder and better place. And with that, I want to share with you 5 strategies for charitable giving, aside from simply donating cash directly to an organization, that will also offer you, as the donor, some tax incentives, which could in turn allow you to give even more. Now, first off, nothing wrong with simply donating cash directly to an organization. For many people, that's the best option. But there are certainly situations in which you want to explore alternative ways to give in order to maximize your effectiveness. So first thing you can do instead of donating cash directly, donating appreciated assets like stocks, bonds, even real estate. When you donate long-term appreciated assets to charity, this allows you to avoid paying capital gains taxes on the gains of that asset. Charity doesn't have to pay taxes either, and you can still take an income tax deduction for the full fair market value of the asset, up to 30% of your adjusted gross income. Next up is qualified charitable distributions. Now, this is only available for people with traditional IRAs over the age of 70 and a half. This year, you can contribute up to $105,000 to a charitable organization, and the distribution coming out of your IRA is not taxable to you. Now, this age is around the time where you have to start taking required minimum distributions, or RMDs, every year out of your IRA. And those distributions are taxed as income. So a great way to avoid that taxable income, if you're already charitably inclined anyway, is to do qualified charitable distributions in the amount of your required minimum distribution. Number 3 is what's called gift stacking. Now, we know that charitable donations are tax deductible. However, it might be hard to donate enough in a single year to take advantage of the tax deduction, because you only get the tax deduction if you itemize, and you would only itemize if your itemized deductions exceed the standard deduction. So one way to alleviate that could be to make gifts for multiple years in a single year. If you're able to make, say, 2 or 3 times your annual gift up front, it may allow you to clear that hurdle where it makes sense to itemize. Now, let's say you want or need to make multiple years worth of charitable donations in 1 year for tax purposes. Maybe you have a large gain or a large spike in income you want to offset, but you don't necessarily know what charities you want to get all the money, or you don't want to donate the money to a given charity up front. Well, that's where number 4 comes into play. Donor advised fund. Setting up a donor advised fund allows you to donate a large amount of money in one tax year and then direct how and when that money is given to charity. Essentially, it allows you to do gift stacking, but with a little more flexibility. And then lastly, when you start talking about very large amounts of money or real estate or highly appreciated stock, or looking at ways to reduce estate tax that align with your charitable interests, then it makes sense to start looking into charitable trusts. Now, there's 2 main categories of charitable trusts. Charitable lead trusts, in which income from the assets is paid to the charity during your lifetime, and any remaining assets go to your beneficiaries when you pass away. And then charitable remainder trusts, which work the opposite. The income from your assets is paid to you or your beneficiary during your lifetime, and the remainder, or any remaining assets, go to the charity when you pass away. Look, at the end of the day, there's no need to pay more in taxes than necessary in doing something that you're already planning to do anyway. And understanding the strategies available to us is only going to help us do more to affect the change that we want to see in the world.